All right, Yankees fans, buckle up because this series has taken a wild turn, and everyone's got an opinion about what's really happening between New York and Toronto. Before Game 3 even kicks off, the Yankees are staring down a brutal 0-2 deficit in the American League Division Series. And let's be honest, this team is running out of time to wake up. They've been outplayed, out-hit, and out-energized, and for a team that was supposed to be a powerhouse, this situation feels like déjà vu of all those frustrating playoff runs that ended too soon. The pressure is sky high, the fan base is boiling over, and everyone's wondering how the team that dominated the Blue Jays all season suddenly looks lost on the field. You look at the numbers, and it's hard to believe. The Yankees, who were expected to come out swinging, have been silenced. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays can't seem to miss. Every at-bat looks like it's out of highlight reel. Hard contact, perfect timing, and barely any strikeouts. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is on an absolute tear, and the rest of the lineup is following his lead. It's like every single hitter in that lineup suddenly turned into peak Barry Bonds overnight. And because of that, fans are starting to whisper or actually shout that something shady might be going on in Toronto. Now, before we dive into that, let's just be real about what's fueling this theory. The Blue Jays' home record this year was insane. They won 54 games at home compared to just 40 on the road. That's not just a small difference. That's a massive split. And when you look deeper, the hitting numbers jump off the page. At home, they're laser-focused. On the road, they look like a completely different ball club. So naturally, fans are starting to draw comparisons to a certain infamous scandal from Houston years ago. Yeah, that one. And it doesn't help that the Blue Jays literally have a hotel built into their stadium, right in center field. That detail alone is enough to make conspiracy theories explode. Fans online are saying, what if there are cameras? What if they're picking up signs from the Yankees catchers? It sounds wild, but we've seen it before. Baseball's got a long history of teams pushing the boundaries. And when you combine weird stats, strange coincidences, and a frustrated fan base, these kinds of stories catch fire fast. Social media has been a war zone over this. Some fans are convinced the Blue Jays have found a sneaky way to decode pitches, while others think it's just Yankee fans looking for excuses. You scroll through Twitter, and it's chaos. One side saying, they're cheating, this is another Astros situation, while the other side's replying, nah, your team just stinks. It's back and forth nonstop, and honestly, both sides have points worth listening to. On one hand, Toronto has looked unbelievably sharp at home. On the other, the Yankees have been known to go ice cold at the worst possible moments. Even some Yankee fans are admitting it's weird, though. They're pointing out how the Blue Jays were cold coming into the playoffs, and suddenly they're putting on a hitting clinic. It doesn't quite add up, but maybe this is just baseball being baseball. Momentum's a crazy thing in this sport. A team can look dead one week and unstoppable the next. Maybe the Blue Jays just found their rhythm at the perfect time. Or maybe, just maybe, something's up. Players themselves, though, they're not touching the subject. You won't hear Aaron Judge or Carlos Rodon say a single word about potential cheating, even if they secretly suspect something. That's not how professional players operate. They take the loss on the chin and move on. It's about accountability, and nobody wants to look like they're blaming outside factors. But you can tell the frustration's there. You can see it on the field, in the dugout, in the way they're reacting after every missed opportunity. Now, tonight's game is huge. Carlos Rodon's got the ball, and this is his moment. If there's any guy you want out there when your back's against the wall, it's him. He's got the fire, the stuff, the attitude. If he's locked in, the Yankees have a real shot to climb back into this series. But if they fall again, if the bats stay cold, and the Blue Jays keep swinging like they know exactly what's coming, the noise around this cheating talk is going to get even louder. The crazy thing is, you can see both narratives forming in real time. If the Yankees win, it's going to be, see, they adjusted, they fought back. It was never about cheating. But if they lose again, especially if Toronto keeps putting up big numbers without striking out, that's only going to fuel the suspicions. Fans are already pointing out that last year, the Blue Jays had a nearly even split between home and road performance. This year, the jump is massive. They've hit way more home runs at home despite having fewer at-bats. Those are facts that make people raise eyebrows. Even with all the speculation, some voices around the league are calling for calm. They're saying, if you think there's cheating, prove it. No one wants another situation that divides the sport or puts a cloud over the postseason. The Yankees, they've been outplayed, plain and simple. Whether it's the pitching not executing, the bats disappearing, or just bad timing, it's on them to respond. They can't rely on rumors or theories to get them out of this hole. Still, the emotional side of it is real. Yankees fans have been here before. They've seen powerhouse lineups crumble in October. They've seen heartbreak after heartbreak. And this year was supposed to be different. With all the talent, with the depth, with the pitching, this was supposed to be the season where everything finally clicked. Instead, it's turned into another nightmare start to the playoffs. That's why tonight's game feels so critical, not just for the team, but for the entire mood around the Yankees organization. Win tonight, and suddenly there's hope again. Lose, and the questions about what went wrong, or who's to blame, will only get louder. It's the kind of game that can flip a narrative in one night. And for fans heading to the Bronx, they know what's at stake. The atmosphere is going to be electric, but tense. Everyone's desperate to see life, to see some fight, to see that old Yankees swagger return. Because when this team's locked in, when they're firing on all cylinders, they can beat anybody. The question is, will they show up tonight? All the noise, all the rumors, all the theories, they'll fade away if the Yankees just play their game. It's simple. Hit the ball, throw strikes, play clean defense. That's all they need to do. But if the same mistakes show up, if the same silence at the plate continues, then this could be the end of another painful chapter. Fans know it, players feel it, and tonight, the entire baseball world is watching to see how the Yankees respond. The tension in the Bronx is unlike anything you've felt in a regular season game. This isn't just another matchup. This is a fight for survival. The Yankees, a team built to dominate, are staring at the possibility of being sent home early in the playoffs, and the weight of that history is pressing down on every player in the dugout. The pressure isn't just numbers on a scoreboard. It's in every swing, every pitch, every glance between the infielders and the pitcher. Game 3 isn't just a game. It's a test of character, of resilience, of whether this roster can shake off the ghosts of past October collapses and reclaim their identity. Aaron Judge is the focal point, as he always is. When he steps into the batter's box, all eyes are on him. He's not just a slugger. He's the heartbeat of this team. Fans are counting on him to swing the momentum back, to remind the Blue Jays and everyone watching that the Yankees can still dominate. And yet, there's a weight that comes with being that player, that level of expectation. Every strikeout, every pop-up feels magnified. Every solid hit feels like a spark of hope. And in moments like this, hope can ignite a team faster than any strategy meeting or motivational speech. But it's not just Judge. The entire lineup has to rise. The Yankees can't rely on one star to carry them. They need contributions up and down the roster. They need timely hits, smart base running, and an unyielding defense. One misstep, one mental lapse, and the entire narrative could flip back to despair. The Blue Jays, meanwhile, are confident. They've been perfect at home, seemingly knowing exactly where the pitches are going. Whether it's skill, preparation, or pure luck, they are executing at a level that's hard to counter. And this makes the Yankees' task even more daunting. Pitching, of course, is where the Yankees have the chance to reclaim control. Carlos Rodon is on the mound, and this is his moment to silence the doubters, to quiet the speculation, and to prove why he's considered an ace. His mix of fastballs, sliders, and changeups has the potential to disrupt the Blue Jays' rhythm, but he has to be flawless. In games like this, one mistake can snowball into a disaster. Rodon's experience and poise are critical, but so is the support behind him. The bullpen has to be ready to step in, the defense has to be sharp, and the hitters have to deliver enough runs to take the pressure off. And the crowd? Oh, the crowd will play a role too. Yankee Stadium has a way of lifting its team when the energy is right, but can also add pressure if the swings aren't falling. The noise, the chants, the sea of navy and white, it all matters. The fans' expectations are enormous, and they feed into the intensity of every play. For the Yankees, the crowd is both a weapon and a test. Can they channel that energy into focus, into determination, into clutch performance? That's the question of the night. As the game unfolds, every at-bat will carry a narrative. A home run could shift momentum. A double play could crush spirits. A pitching change could redefine the strategy. Baseball at this stage is a chess match with huge stakes. Every move counts, and the psychological aspect is just as important as the physical. The Yankees have to play not only to win the inning, but to regain confidence, to prove that they're still a team that can adapt and overcome. And yes, the rumors about sign stealing will linger in the background, but they're irrelevant if the Yankees perform. Speculation doesn't win games, execution does. Hitting, pitching, fielding, that's what matters. If the team focuses on what they can control and executes, the Blue Jays' advantage at home can be mitigated. If the Yankees continue to chase the storylines instead of the ball, then the series could slip away before it even reaches New York again. The stakes are even higher when you consider the long-term implications. A loss here isn't just a single game. It's a narrative that shapes the offseason, the team's morale, and the fan base's confidence. Winning tonight could inject life into the series, turning a 0-2 deficit into a story of resilience and hope. Losing, however, could cement the early exit storyline that has haunted the franchise before. The players know this, the coaches know this, and the fans feel it in their bones. Yet, baseball has always been a game of possibilities. One swing can change everything. One pitch can rewrite history. The Yankees have done it before. They've clawed back from impossible situations, and that memory is alive in every player stepping onto the field tonight. The team's resilience will be tested, their focus scrutinized, and their ability to perform under pressure will define this moment. Every inning will be magnified, every mistake analyzed, and every success celebrated. The tension in the air is palpable because everyone knows what's at stake. It's a crucible where legends are made or dreams are shattered. The Yankees' response tonight will not only determine the immediate future of the series, but will also shape the story of this team for the season. And the beauty of baseball, of course, is that no lead is safe, no team is unbeatable, and every game holds the potential for an unexpected twist. One solid inning, one rally, one clutch hit, and the energy can shift dramatically. That's the thrill, the agony, and the magic of October baseball. For the Yankees, tonight isn't just a game, it's a statement. It's a chance to prove that they're not finished, that they can rise when it matters most, and that the spirit of this franchise is still alive and kicking. Fans, players, and everyone watching will feel every pitch, every swing, and every catch. The storylines will continue to swirl, the debates will rage on social media, and the rumors will persist, but at the end of the day, it comes down to performance. The Yankees have to deliver, and the Blue Jays are ready to challenge them at every step. It's the ultimate test of skill, strategy, and mental toughness, and tonight, we'll see who rises and who falters under the weight of expectation. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The baseball world is buzzing with whispers that could redefine the Bronx Bombers' future. According to sources close to the situation, the New York Yankees may have pulled off the impossible, landing JOSÉ RAMÍREZ, the Cleveland Guardians' superstar third baseman, in what's being described as one of the most shocking moves of the decade. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the rumor alone has set social media ablaze, with fans already envisioning the switch-hitting powerhouse donning pinstripes under the bright lights of Yankee Stadium. If true, this move would mark a seismic shift for both franchises. Ramírez, a perennial MVP candidate, has long been the heart and soul of the Guardians lineup, a dynamic blend of power, speed, and relentless intensity. His presence would immediately fill the Yankees' glaring need at third base, a position that's been in flux since the days of Alex Rodriguez. More importantly, Ramírez's aggressive style and fiery leadership could inject the Bronx clubhouse with a dose of the edge it's been missing. Behind the scenes, insiders hint that the Yankees front office has been quietly plotting a major splash after another disappointing October exit. The franchise, hungry for its first championship since 2009, appears ready to push all chips to the center of the table. Ramírez's contract, which remains team-friendly despite his superstar status, makes him even more attractive, a rare combination of elite production and financial flexibility. Speculation is running wild about what the Yankees may have given up to acquire him. Names like Anthony Volpe, Jason Dominguez, and a mix of top pitching prospects have reportedly been floated, though none of those details have been verified. One league executive was quoted as saying, "If this is real, it's the kind of trade that changes everything for the Yankees, for the Guardians, and maybe for the balance of power in the American League." For now, the baseball world waits. Is José Ramírez really on his way to the Bronx? Or is this just another off-season fantasy catching fire in the rumor mill? One thing is certain. If the Yankees have truly found their franchise third baseman, the rest of the league has every reason to be nervous. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.